Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video on the channel. So this video is going to be trying to source Eric Marcinizyn videos. Now, he's one of my favorite tattoo artists of all time. He's the smoothest black and grey artist, in my opinion, in the whole world. And I came across this video of Eric tattooing, and people would love to know what he does, his techniques and stuff like that. So I'm going to be breaking down some of these clips of Eric tattooing and trying to give you guys an understanding of what I think he's doing. Take this as a pinch of salt. I'm very good at this. Is how I've learned in my career, watching videos like this. When I first started tattooing about 12 years ago, there wasn't any courses, there wasn't anything out there to learn from, so I had to scour the internet on what very little information was out there, and try and guess what their hands were doing, what needles they were using, what their machine was running at, etc, etc. And obviously Eric, in this video, this is a 12-year-old video, so this is pretty much when I started tattooing back in 2014, 2013. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and watch this now.
You wanted to be about?
He's using a coil machine.
Dang, they're gonna get me worse. Alright, get closer. I can't hear that.
He's using a coil machine. I mean, to hazard a guess on what I think he's running his machine at,
Yeah.
I'd say it's like 8 to 9 volts. But again, with that being said, it could be completely wrong. You can kind of see he's doing small sections of his tattoo. Looks like he's doing the hair section of this tattoo, I think. We've got some close-up movement going on here. This would really annoy me as an artist, someone moving around this much when you're trying to be like super precise, you know. Cool video though. Let's skip to this part. Okay, no, it's the eye section, I believe. On the hunt for some Eric videos, you know what I mean? Everyone wants to know what he does when he tattoos, etc. This is him cleaning the tattoo. I think I'm trying to find out what needle he's using. I'm going to try and hazard a guess. Looks like a mag. He uses a mag work in everything he does, basically, and a 3RL. But it looks like a mag. It looks like a 7 curve magnum there. Could be a 9 though. Let's fast forward a tiny bit more. Oh, it's Lil B. Lil B, my brother. What's going on, Lil B? Hell yeah. Lil B tatting with Eric. That's sick. I've never seen this video before. Super cool. This is the type of shit I be on. Here we go, we've got some more footage here. So this looks like, you can see that pendulum motion right there. That's a really nice, you can just see how saturated, how well saturated that tattoo is, and how, you know, smooth it is, you know, the layers he builds, etc. he works very slow, and that's purely just to get full saturation and not overwork the skin, and just layer up those tones. But I know he uses dynamic ink now, and he uses a Bishop Rotary, I believe now. Pretty sure he uses the shader, and yeah, so you can kind of see this mag looks like it's bigger than a 7. It looks almost like a 13 or a 15. With these coil machines as well, it's a bit more forgiving, because if it looks quite erratic, that movement of his hand. And with a coil machine, especially a shader machine, if it's tuned to be a shader, it's got a lot more give on it on the spring. So that just allows you to kind of, you know, go in the skin and not worry about it hitting too hard, and going too deep, basically. You can see that. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Let's see if I can slow down this this to half. That's a nice slow-mo shot of him, and you'll see as well, he's used, I'm going to stick this side of the video, he's not using, on this part, he's not using the mag like this. He's kind of twisted it and he's using it like this. He's going in, he's not using it like this. He's kind of twisted it and he's using it on the diagonal. That just reduces the distance between the needles in the mag formation. And that just allows for a smoother look as well. You can see that he's just pendulum, and then he's kind of switching to a almost like a whip, bang, 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 instead of a. Then he'll do that, and then he'll go whip. Let's just rewind that. Here we go. So he's just about to do the hair. This is the pendulum swing, like that, and he's keeping the machine at a 45-degree angle. So he's literally doing this. Sometimes he will put the needle upright like this, but he's kind of digging that, he's shoveling that ink into the skin. You can kind of see that. He's like, do you know what I mean? See if we've got any more footage here of him tattooing. Here we go. Again, he's like almost super good technique. Very hard technique to do as well. Here's Lil B, my guy. Stipple Master. Let's just turn the speed back up to normal because this is very jarring. Bloqué dans la chambre et ça fume le chanvre. Tu sais qu'on se déchante et parfois y a des gens genre qui nous regardent, je suis pas méchant. I didn't know he rapped, bro. That's crazy. J'ai une bonne vie, dis ta vie, je te fais une bise, fais-le. Toujours en improvisation, c'est ton boy. I wish I knew what he was saying. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah. Let's see if we can find another video here. Of him tattooing. I know he has done some other work here. So let's quickly whack this. There he is. The goat, the legend, the myth, the guy. You can just see that. That's crazy. Like, I love his work. I really love his work. And this is the experience that I talk about in my seminars and stuff like that. You know, you don't want someone to just book you online and just do, like, you know, sort of like just traditional kind of tattooing. It's an experience. And and the celebrities that I've tattooed as well, I always go to their house. I'll fly around the world to tattoo people, and it's a proper experience. I know you can't replicate this, what you're seeing here on you can't. I'm just going to turn this music down. You can't replicate this in a well, you can replicate this in a studio, but you have to have it like a very exclusive style, exclusive experience, you know. So when the customer books, you know, you need to make sure that they know it's not everyone can book with you, you know. Like when I get clients, new people starting new projects, not everybody can get tattooed by me, which is why my price reflects what it is. And it's an experience. It's, you know, there's only a select few that can come into the studio. It's a private studio. It's one where, you know, the customer will come in. Do you want drinks? His refreshments, blah blah. You know, just make it a nice experience. Let's see if he's got any of him working. He always hand stencils his stuff as well with the biro. That's one thing he does do. I don't think he's got any work going on here. Let me see what he's saying here. Let's check. Let's just gate crash on this conversation.
It out, and that's it. And nobody knows what the purpose of these actually is. People don't advertise what the purpose of the work. The purpose of it is you having it. Yeah. So what does it look like? Yeah. So if I can see you, like, you know, I might see you doing something, taking a picture, I'm like, hey, let me take a picture right now to see you.
So that's really important as well, guys, is speaking to the customer and explaining what you're doing. Now, if you've got a lot of experience like myself, I always explain to my customers that it's not just a tattoo, and you know, I've tattooed clients before that have gone down the road and got tattooed by another studio, and then they've come to me for their other sleeve, and it's like night and day difference. And they always say, oh, I really wish I didn't go and get tattooed by this person, even though they were like £300 cheaper. And that's because there's certain things you put on the skin and you put on the arm. It's all about flow. It's all about, you know, there's certain references that you have to put in certain places, you know, like faces have to go on this flat part of the arm. You can kind of get away with it here if it's flat. Here's a really good place for faces as well. And then, you know, you then build around the main parts of the sleeve with creativity like smoke and clouds and beams, and especially in this Chicano style. Let's have a look at him tattoo and see if we can see any. It just looks like B-roll. But the main thing that I see Eric do is he really angles his machine at a 45-degree angle, and he uses mags for a lot of stuff, and he'll layer things up. So he'll just go into the skin, he'll layer the tones up. He uses quite a fast machine speed, and you know, it's super important. Basically, let's just check and see if we've got one more. One more video to show you. I don't think. Well, I mean, I'm really struggling here, guys, to find. This is what I mean, though. It's super hard to find. Super hard to find any videos on Eric, because he's such an exclusive guy, and this is why he charges $10,000 to $12,000 a day session. You know, he's very expensive. So in this shot here, he's using probably a shading machine, a lining machine. He's got different setups for different machines. I mean, this is very old now. It's a bit like using, you know, two machines with the ACUS, for instance. You can switch the strokes out. And this is very similar to these. You know, it's set up for a hard hitting liner, a slightly less hitting machine for packing, and then you've got the soft hitting shader machine as well. You can see this now that he's layering in this really light tone here, super saturated. Skin's going quite red. He moves on to a new bit and waits for that to die down. Witch haze was really good to reduce redness. And then now he's building the layers up. You can see. So if you see this, one thing in tattooing I always say as well to my clients and my my students is, it's easier to get the ink in when you've opened the skin. So even if you used to do a light layer, like you can see on the reference behind, here, this is quite a dark area. Now, some people would go straight in with the dark ink, but to layer that up so it's super saturated, look at the tone he puts in first. He puts this crazy light tone in. Wait, it's around here. You can see that. I'm going to try and pause it. Ah! There we go. You can see how light that tone is there. Can you see that how light that tone is? Oh. I keep missing it. But yeah, you can see that, and then he goes back, and then he puts in the darker tones like this now. He's sticking that in now. And you can see how much darker that is. And now he's just going through, again, opening up the skin with the light tone. And adding those medium tones in now. You can see that. This is golden information, by the way, guys. Golden. So please smash that like button. He always puts a base layer down. It's like priming the skin. It's like priming, you know, a car when before you paint it. Every part he does as well. I should have turned that down. You can see that now, like how saturated. And the thing is as well, once you've got that base light layer down, it's so easy to then blend into that. You can see like he's picking out these tones here, and this is why he takes so long with this tattooing, because he cares about it. You know, he cares about what he puts into the skin. One of the goats of the game, guys. You know, and you can see how his stuff heals. Like you can see previously down from this. That's a healed tattoo. It's healed so smooth. Again, he's using a mag for everything. One thing he will do though is, if his stencil's not good, again look, he's lining with a mag here. He's lining with that mag. One thing he does do is he will bloodline in a very light shade around certain parts of the tattoo. Again, he's using the corner of the mag for the eyes there. Rewind that shit back. Everything he does is with a mag. And to bring out some textures, he'll use a stipple 3-round liner in certain areas. Just building those tones up again. See. Beautiful work. Absolutely beautiful work. See, he's just using a 3 here he's using a 3 stipple now. You can see by just to bring out some of those textures in the hair. Here you go, he's layering this part up now. And he'll do it in big shapes as well, yeah? Barely touching the skin, just, that's a drag back motion like this. Just to smooth and blend bits out. Again, his machine is at a 45-degree angle. It's really, really nice to see. So let's have a look and see what needle that was, because we can see that there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 7 curve mag. It's a 7 curve mag. That's a 7 curve mag, that one. Stacked as well. So you got 4 and then you've got 3. Like that. Super nice. Super smooth. And that will heal so smooth. Like I said, this stuff is like finding gold in a stream, and a lot of it, because it's super, super hard. The only other artist I do want to mention is Devon Hitt. He's a great artist as well, with a very, very, very similar style, and he is he's another one that is super nice with it, super smooth with it. I don't know if he's got any he's the closest I've seen to Eric's style. Here we go. Let's watch this. He's the closest I've seen to Eric's style. He uses I don't know what machine this is, actually. It looks like a Cheyenne. Might even be a Bishop. I don't know. You can see that they all move their hand quite quick, but quite small. Small movements, you know. This looks stippling now. This is stippled, I believe. Can't really see that, but again, he's got a very similar style. Okay. Very similar style. Building those layers up. I'm going to get him on a podcast soon. 100%. But I just wanted to shout him out as well, because it's a very, very, very similar style. And it's a lot of tonal choices as well. Tonal choices in tattooing is so important. And stenciling as well. I was saying to my apprentice today, stenciling is probably the most important part of tattooing. Because if your stencil's off, your whole tattoo's going to be off. If you haven't picked out something in the reference, you're screwed, you know. You need to really dial in and practice stenciling, which is, in my opinion, like I said, the most important part of tattooing. Then it's tonal choice, which tones go where, and it's building the layers up. It's really trying to get the tones into the skin and them to heal in the right place as well. Because there's one thing, you know, going in with, say, on this tattoo here, it's one thing going in with a like this part down here. If we was to go into here, this part down here, he's probably used what, a half cup dynamic black, maybe half cup, or a 3/4 full cup saturated in there. And then, because you can see a lot of Eric and Devon's work is blacks go black, blacks go in where the black should be, and then it's a lot of you know, mid tones, and then it's a lot mostly like light tones, which creates contrast. And that's the best healing work in my opinion. Actually, that's fact. It's the best healing work. But like I said, like going into this bit, if this is a 3/4 cup, you know, you can still get the same result with a 4-drop or a half-drop cup. But when that shit heals, it's going to heal a lot lighter than what it should be. And I see so many people doing that. So tonal choice is everything. The best way I would give you guys advice is to sort of assign each tone on the reference to an ink cup and stick to that. If you've gone a tiny bit darker or you've gone a tiny bit lighter, you carry on with what you've assigned that part of the reference and that tone to that ink cup, because if you start to switch it up, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be so inconsistent, and so yeah, so you really need to you know, to just choose a tone on the reference and assign it to an ink cap and just go through the whole piece like that. Otherwise you're really going to struggle. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I thought I'd just quickly jump on because I was scrolling through social media and I saw that video that I didn't see of Eric's work, Eric working. So I thought I would just jump on here quick and give you a bit of free content for you guys to watch and to learn from, and kind of watch that and sort of pick out and dissect how I thought he was doing that. And one thing I've taken away from that video is I'm gonna now, because I do hold my machine quite high, quite straight towards the skin. So say if I'm tattooing my arm, I'll hold it like quite high. I'm really gonna try and angle the machine more. So that's what I've taken away from that. So yeah, if you want to see more videos on the channel, please subscribe, please like the video, please comment below and ask any questions you want to ask. If you want to be mentored by me, hit up www.theholygrailtattooeducation.com. I'll link it in the bio, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a great evening. Peace.